I support medical aid in dying for several reasons. One is I just believe in respecting people's choices. And in my experience as a palliative care physician, I've seen the dying process really create lots of emotional, moral distress for patients and their families.
And so he told me, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be a lifeless shell. I want to die with some dignity, and I want to be able to say goodbye to those I love. And people who are suffering, like my late husband, Chris, should have the option to limit their excruciating pain if they so choose. Chris se convirtió de un esqueleto. Tenía mucho dolor, incluyendo el estómago, la espalda, en las piernas, y no podía mover, no podía comer o hacer nada. Y yo quiero recordarlo como estaba antes.
The inflexibility of that 15-day waiting period meant that he had to suffer, even though he was suffering so much. And so it's cases like that make this hard.
I have seen too much of the angst and suffering of families, of patients and friends who are in the process of dying. And since I qualified and went through the process, I have had such serenity and tranquility, not for myself, but knowing that I can spare my daughter what I have seen.
The way my husband approached death was as fine as the way he lived his life. He certainly wasn't in denial. He'd come to terms with his terminal cancer. He acknowledged his mortal weakening and physical failure. He wanted to spare himself and us the end-stage suffering, and so he embraced his legal right to exercise that autonomy.
She said, I'm ready to lay down. My dad laid down with her. I held her hand. She went to sleep, and she stayed asleep. Her facial expression didn't change. Nothing in her hand responded to me, nothing. She was completely peaceful.